U-GeekTV.
Welcome back to the Unapologetic Watch right here on U-GeekTV. I'm your host, Jarius, the Unapologetic Geek, and we are back. And this time we're going to do something a little bit different. On this episode, I'm really just going to take a look at older scenes. And this time we're doing like old action comic book movie scenes, mainly ass whoopings, if I'm to be honest with you. And we're not going to be doing the trailers on this show. I've decided to take trailers and make that a part of the Unapologetic Opinion, and more obscure trailers a part of a new show we're calling the Unapologetic Reaction. So be on the lookout for that. But here we are just going to watch classic scenes and just have some fun. With that being said, if that's something you're interested in, subscribe, comment, share, all of that good stuff. Ring that notification bell so you'll know when there are new uploads. And without further ado, let's get to the show. All right, our first scene of the night is the highway fight scene from Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Now, this is a classic comic book movie to me. Like, this is one of the better comic book movies that has come out ever, really. And I'm a huge fan of action movies, and this film gave me all the action that I can handle. And my favorite scene from this film, without a doubt, and I know people choose the elevator fight scene, but no, it's this scene where Winter Soldier just really gets to show off his ass kicking abilities. Like, you got a little glimpse of it earlier in the film, but here he really has it on display how much of a threat he is to Black Widow, Falcon, and of course Captain America. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, wait. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's go. So right off the bat, him speaking Russian always was unsettling to me. Like, not in a not in a xenophobic type way. Like, he was just such a badass. He was so mysterious, and then you had that extra element of not really understanding what he's saying when he speaks. I thought there was a cool element that they added to this villain, or to this antagonist in this case. But yeah, let's keep going. So one thing about really good action in a good action movie is the stakes are constantly going to be raised. In this situation, Hydra soldiers are carrying out a coordinated attack just out of nowhere on our heroes, and it's, I mean, just look at it, it's fucking devastating. And they have the heavy artillery. They know they got to come in heavy, even though they have the Winter Soldier with them, because they're dealing with Steve Rogers. I mean, it's Captain America. Come on. So I saw online where somebody indicated that Captain America has a no-kill rule, and nothing could be further from the truth. Captain America has killed several people, starting with the first Avenger. And in the comics, Captain America has no qualms with killing people. He doesn't want to, but he get your ass up out of here. He's a World War II soldier. So as you can see, like, when he deflected those bullets off of his shield into another Hydra shooter, yeah, that guy's definitely dead. That guy too.
Go, I got this.
So one thing I always thought about this film is that Winter Soldier kind of comes off as the T-1000 from Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which is another one of my favorite action films all time. And just listen to how the music changes as soon as he's back on the screen. It kind of gives you that Terminator music change from those movies, Terminator 1 and 2. It's really cold and he looks machine like. I mean, not just because of the metal arm, it's the way he moves around, the way he walks, how stoic he is all the time. I thought that was a nice touch. And the Russo brothers are definitely Terminator
Make an LZ 2300 block of Virginia Avenue, rendezvous 2 minutes. Taking open the road expressway, civilians threaten, repeat, civilian.
I love the building of tension here. I absolutely love it. It's palpable.
Threaten. I make an LZ 2300 block of Virginia Avenue, rendezvous 2 minutes.
Slick move by Black Widow. This does a good job showing her competency as a soldier and showing how she can kind of overcompensate for what she lacks in physical stature when dealing with the Winter Soldier. She was on his ass. Again, the building of tension, the music score continuing on as Winter Soldier is again a threat after being temporarily neutralized. You have Black Widow running in peril. It's a great scene, top to bottom. And as you can see, this is why it's my favorite scene, man. It's just the tension within the scene and within the fight. It just makes for a good movie. What's funny is up until this point, and I'm not going to keep stopping. Sorry about that. But up until this point, like Black Widow comes off as this super confident woman amongst these superheroes. And the only other person that you really saw that scared her was Bruce Banner in the first Avengers movie. In this movie, and there's an earlier scene in it where she talks about who the Winter Soldier is. She is absolutely terrified of the Winter Soldier. Here we go. I love that. I love the competency of both Steve Rogers and the Winter Soldier in this scene. He knows Winter Soldier is shooting to kill. He's familiar with the Winter Soldier's work at this point. So he knows basically to block his head and his upper body. Winter Soldier, by comparison, really ain't this nothing but kill shots. And so Winter Soldier knows he has to separate him from the shield, and he does that. And Captain America is in a little bit of trouble here. Shit. That's the thing. Yes, Winter Soldier is a super soldier, but that arm is a great equalizer. And here, Stephen Rogers is the superior fighter. Like you can see it's pretty clear. But when it gets to that close quarters combat, Steven Rogers gets the upper hand, and then no pun intended, Bucky just uses his arm and gets him off of him. It's pretty dope. Again, the music is building up. Never noticed this until I'm watching it right now. Steve Rogers, Captain America, he switches arms with the shield to basically be able to better counter Bucky's arm, metallic arm. That's so fucking dope. Never noticed that until this moment. And he used it immediately to counter some of Bucky's blows. Nicely done. I mean, this is great fight choreography. In the big moment.
Bucky? Who the hell is Bucky?
That's great. I mean, that's a great way to handle a reveal that at the time, you know, your audience may not have saw coming. Of course, you remember Bucky from the first Captain America film. You thought he was dead, and then he comes back here. Now, if you read the comments and grew up on the comments like I did, you knew who the Winter Soldier was the moment they announced the movie. But just as a movie, I think this reveal and the mystique of Winter Soldier was just handled so well, man. I love this movie. And if you somehow never seen it before, or if you want to watch it again, man, go ahead, get to it. And there you have it, man. The highway fight scene from Captain America, the Winter Soldier, it still stands up. It's still awesome. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. And of course, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you. And let's hit the next one. All right. Up next is one of my favorite ass whoopings in comic book movie history. It is the T'Challa versus Killmonger battle. My God, this scene, I remember when I first saw this film, and look, you had to be there. What a time to be alive. Huge movement. Everybody showed up. People were getting dressed up for this film. It was everything and more. But in the midst of this film, I realized that honestly, Killmonger is the best character in the film. That serves as a detriment to T'Challa, but it's the truth. It's the story that Ryan Coogler chose to tell, and he directed it and told the story quite well alongside Michael B. Jordan. This scene right here is the pinnacle of the film to me. And I love Black Panther. Like, it's one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. But this scene just really hit so hard at the time because of how visceral it is. So without further ado, we'll get into it. But of course, first, like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment as you're watching. Feel free, please. Let's get into it.
This is your last chance. Throw down your weapons, and we can handle this another way.
I lived my entire life waiting for this moment. I trained, I lied, I killed just to get here. I killed in America, Afghanistan, Iraq. I took life from my own brothers and sisters right here on this continent. And all this death, just so I could kill you.
Let me tell you something. If this speech don't get you pumped up and ready to whoop some ass, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that speech really gets the blood pumping around here. And it's excellent because of the way Michael B. Jordan handles the scene and handles the character. Like this character has been through so much shit, and it all goes directly back to the Wakandans. Now, as great of a plot twist that it is that Killmonger is of Wakandan descent, I think it does a disservice to T'Chaka, but that's a whole different story for another day. And I'll analyze, Black Panther if that's something that you all are interested in, of course. But yeah, the way this scene starts off and carries out and plays through, you see that hatred come out of Killmonger and all that pain come out of Killmonger as the scene goes on.
Let the challenge begin.
So the first thing that's interesting about this fight that really stands out to me is the differences in the fighting styles as well as the weapon choices. T'Challa has a weapon that actually doubles as a shield, which is very interesting, and it shows a fear or a concern of getting injured, protecting himself, and not fighting recklessly. Whereas Killmonger chooses to use like half a spear as well as a sword. So it really limits his defensive effectiveness. He's all offensive in this fight. That brings a sense of confidence out of the character. Like he knows in his heart that he can beat T'Challa, that he's already won psychologically. He just has to win the fight physically. And I thought that was a very interesting choice of weapons between these two characters. One trying to protect himself as well as the legacy of the Black Panther and Wakanda, and the other trying to take it by excessive force. So again, it's about weapon choices, and you see how Killmonger fights. He's very aggressive. He's on the offensive, and honestly, T'Challa is in a constant backpedal during the first half of this fight. And now T'Challa is asking if he wants to yield because he gets a knockdown. Now T'Challa wants to get this fight done early. He wants to get out of there. He honestly does not want to kill this man who he just discovered was his cousin. And like he offered M'Baku a chance to yield earlier in the movie, he's extended that same grace to Killmonger, hoping that they can discuss things and handle it a different way as he offered in the first part of this scene. But well, let's see how Killmonger reacts. I love how this fight shows Killmonger is an adept fighter. He doesn't go for immediate kill shots or kill moves. He systematically breaks down T'Challa, gets his leg, gets the arm that actually has the shield in it. It's another great call. And then he actually goes for the gut instead of going again for a kill move and finishing him off. He goes for the gut, and he systematically just disabled T'Challa and neutralized him over the course of this fight. It goes into his strategy, right? Like Killmonger is really a conqueror. Like he knows how to infiltrate and he knows how to tear down societies and infrastructures from the inside out. But that fight is indicative of that. It was very systematic. It wasn't blunt, aggressive on the onset, but he adapted as the fight went on. And now he has T'Challa on his knees. False. Love that.
Get up.
Come here. This is for my father.
Zuri, no.
Zuri, don't.
I always like the swiftness in which Zuri comes from under the blade to over it to knock it out of Killmonger's hands. I thought it's just a good shot to me. I've always admired that shot, and it's always jumped out to me.
I am the cause of your father's death, not him. Take me. I'll take you both, Uncle James. No!
I like that in that moment, Killmonger recognizes that that's his Uncle James, quote unquote. And you kind of see that pain still from losing his father, and he takes it out on Zuri and gets him the fuck up out of there, basically. And all of the things that he wanted revenge for are before him. The path to the throne is his. And even still, he didn't lose his mind and just go into a blind rage, allow for T'Challa to recover. No, he did what he came to do, and that was exact vengeance for his father's death.
No! 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 Zuri, no!
This hits so hard in the movies. Oh my God, you had to be there.
No! 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 Zuri! Zuri! No! No! Please! Right! No! Is this your game? Huh?
Talking shit.
Is this your game?
And he talking shit because he know he's won. He knows, again, those blows that he dealt to T'Challa were neutralizing blows. There's nothing T'Challa can do. I mean, I don't care how mad he gets. He's not about to be able to get up and beat this man. This man is on a mission, and he's carrying that shit out.
Black Panther, who's supposed to lead you into the future? Come on, brother!
Is there nothing that can be done?
Him? He's supposed to protect you.
I mean, dropped his ass. So I love what comes next. You see Killmonger's face. And after he wins and he's looking at the doors and really everybody at the ceremony, he's looking to see if they have accepted him as their new Black Panther and their new king. He's gonna look like he doesn't know if he still has to fight or not. And once it becomes clear that he doesn't, his face rests. And this is how this scene wraps up. Take a look.
Nah, I'm your king.
We have to go now. Queen Mother, let's go.
Yeah, I love this scene. I mean, it's an absolute ass whooping for T'Challa. But I've always loved this scene. It's one of the scenes I watch frequently. But yeah, your memories of Black Panther, your memories of Killmonger in this film. Let me know what you thought of this scene in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and let's go to the next one. All right. Up next is the granddaddy of all comic book movie ass whoopings, if you ask me. If you see who's on my screen right now, you already know what time it is. This ass whooping is the pinnacle of really movie ass whoopings to a degree. Like, I don't know, maybe we have to revisit movie ass whoopings, but when it comes to comic book movie ass whoopings, this one got to be top 5, if not top 3. For me, it's number 1 because Batman got embarrassed in this fight. See, I mean, we can't even really call it a fight. You'll see. Before we get into it, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment and let me know what you thought of this ass whooping that you're about to see right now. Let's go.
Not as serious as yours, I fear.
No music. Nothing.
Let's not stand on ceremony here. Mr. Wayne. Peace has cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you.
Bruh, first of all, I love how much shit Bane talks during this film, and he has bang after bang a lot. But he caught one of Batman's punches and tells him, like, you ain't got no strength behind this shit, man. Victory has defeated you. I love that. And Bane was eating those punches and those elbows. It was nothing. He just eating them. By the way, Tom Hardy was so imposing in this role and so believable. And the acting he had to do really with his eyes and his expressions, more so than being able to actually move the rest of his face. It's impressive. Still eating them punches. That goddamn reverse Superman punch that he does brought that boy to his knees, put Batman on his ass after expending all of that energy trying to get him up out of there. That was a cry of help, not a frustration. Batman was fucking tired. That boy a menace. That boy Bane is a menace.
Theatricality and deception. Powerful agents to the uninitiated. But we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce? Members of the League of Shadows. And you betrayed us.
Yes, you were excommunicated by a gang of psychopaths.
Like Bane being excommunicated by Ra's al Ghul. Earlier in this film, Alfred brings that point up to Bruce. Like, look at him. He fights, he moves faster than you. Like, this man is battle tested. If Ra's al Ghul couldn't rein him in, then what the fuck you think you gonna do, Bruce? That's basically what Alfred said to him. And the little tricks that Batman is able to do to a regular thug, they ain't work. Again, if you're initiated, the uninitiated, they're going down if they get hit with the gas batarangs. Bane shook that shit off.
I am the League of Shadows. I am here to fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny. You fight like a younger man. There's nothing held back. is admirable, but mistaken. Oh, you think
This part right here, like Batman uses darkness to great effect in this film series. This is the part where in the theaters, my jaw dropped because just look at how Bane handles this situation. He's in complete control this entire fight. Even when he was on his back and Batman was pummeling him, it was nothing. And then he even points out that Batman is fighting like somebody who's inexperienced. Why? Because Batman is fucking afraid at this point.
darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but bright. The shadows betray you because
He hit that boy so hard the lights came back on. What kind of shit is that? The lights came back on.
they belong to me. I will show you where I have made my home whilst preparing to bring justice. Then I will break you. Your precious armory. Great for
He took not the regular Batcave. Well, I guess yeah, that did function kind of as a satellite Batcave of sorts. He took over this shit and he told him, man, I'm about to show you where I've been laying my head, where I've been hanging out at. And then I'm gonna break you.
fully accepted. We will need it. Ah, yes. I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit. Oh, your buddy.
Bruh. Classic line. I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your body. Classic Bane shit. And if you've ever read the Nightfall trilogy, well, it's kind of collected as a trilogy, but the Nightfall storyline with Batman, the way Batman was systematically taken out by Bane, with Bane just letting prisoners out of Arkham and letting them run amok, and Batman was stressed out and he was tired. He's running around trying to figure out what's going on, not really knowing that he's chasing Bane. And when Bane finally comes to him, it plays out a lot like how this scene plays out. So one thing I can say about Christopher Nolan is that he did a good job handling the subject matter here to me. Now the rest of this film is ass to me. It's a lot of stuff I didn't care for when it came to The Dark Knight Rises, but this scene, brilliant. This shit was cold. It's just so cold and callous how he just discards Batman's broken mask. I love it. I love this entire scene. Again, the Dark Knight trilogy is a great trilogy for the most part. Don't care for this movie, but they nailed this. But how do you feel about the Dark Knight Rises? Because I could be completely off base in your opinion. Let me know in the comments, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate you. All right, that does it for another edition of the Unapologetic Watch. Again, this is how I'm going to be doing things going forward. Just classic scenes, fight scenes, acting, suspense, all that kind of stuff, man, right here. Keep it locked on U-GeekTV. Like, share, subscribe, and honestly, I appreciate you. And until next time, I'm Jarius Unapologetic Geek. This is the Unapologetic Watch right here on U-GeekTV, and I am out.
U-GeekTV.